Hey there, welcome to my channel and to my home for another decorating video. Today we are in the kitchen kicking off summer decorating for the season. This is the first official video and I thought there was no better place to start than in the kitchen. I always look forward to this time of year because I do my kitchen in blue and white. And I love blue and white. I know people do blue and white all year round in their kitchens. My grandmother did. She always had a blue and white kitchen. Summers in the kitchen bring back a lot of great memories for me, and I'm looking forward to making my space feel like the season. But thank you for being here with me today. I hope that you enjoy this video. Let's get to decorating. I am starting today on the open shelves here in the kitchen. This is where I usually start when I'm decorating for the different holidays and seasons. I really enjoy changing the decor here and just bringing in the color palette I want to use for that season, which, as I mentioned, for summer for me is usually blue and white. I do have a small collection of blue and white dishes and vases that I like to display here, but when I am styling my open shelving in the kitchen, I really like to use different textures, things like wooden cutting boards intermixed with glass and ceramics, materials and pieces that are typically found in the kitchen, while also giving it a softer layer with a few florals thrown in here and there. I really like that mix here for my shelves. My floating shelves all sit pretty high in the kitchen, so they are a bit out of arm's reach. I usually just use them more for decorative display and not so much functionally. I'll keep pieces here that I only reach for occasionally as opposed to items that I use daily. Okay, now that I have the open shelves styled, I'm taking a quick break for lunch. Today, I'm making one of my weekly Home Chef meals. Home Chef was actually kind enough to sponsor this video, so thank you so much to them. If you are unfamiliar with Home Chef, this is the only home delivery meal service that I use, and I absolutely love them. I've shared them a couple of times here before on my channel. I typically order about 2 meals a week from them, and because I work from home, Home Chef has just made it so easy for me to eat delicious and good food during the week, especially during a busy work week like this one. I have had a very busy week this week, and I would definitely not be taking the time to cook a dish like this for myself for lunch otherwise if I didn't already have everything prepped, ready to go, and delivered straight to my door. So everything from Home Chef comes pre-portioned, so I spend less time chopping and more time actually enjoying my food. All of their meals that I've had have been so simple and quick to prepare. Today I'm making their fried shrimp tacos. You actually get a binder with your first order from Home Chef, and then every meal after that comes with its own recipe card that includes easy to follow step-by-step instructions with photos that guide you through each meal. So it truly is simple, foolproof cooking. Not only are the recipes straightforward, but the quality of the ingredients is always top-notch, which is something that I definitely care about, and I don't have to worry about running to the grocery store to pick anything up that I've forgotten, which always happens when I plan and cook for myself if I don't use Home Chef. So I appreciate them for that. One of the reasons that I continue to choose Home Chef as my meal delivery service is the wide variety of meals that they offer. They have a rotating menu with 20 plus new meals every week, which I really appreciate because there's always something new to try. So whether I'm in the mood for something like these shrimp tacos, or maybe I want to do something vegetarian or even more calorie conscious options, they really have it all. You can also customize your meals with Home Chef, which is great. So you can swap proteins to fit your dietary needs. It is just a really incredible meal service. They think of everything. If you want to try Home Chef, they were kind enough to give us a really awesome discount code. You can get 50% off plus free shipping on your first Home Chef box. All you have to do is click the link in my description box below. I'll have it there for you, or you can use the QR code right here on the screen and use my code Blane50 at checkout. So you'll have to let me know if you try Home Chef. Do you already use Home Chef? Let me know, because if you haven't tried it, I think you're going to love it as much as I do. Okay, here's a look at how my tacos came out. They look so yummy. I am going to go eat these, and then we are going to get right back to decorating. A very simple way to update your kitchen for the season while keeping it functional is to swap out pieces in the kitchen that you use on your countertops with seasonal ones. So for example, I always keep a small bowl by the stovetop to use for things like garlic cloves or seasonings as I cook. So for summer, I'm using this beautiful blue and white bowl that I have. I also like to replace my usual utensil holder with something more seasonally fit. So for now, I'm using this blue and white urn. These are just small, simple updates that you can do that keep your kitchen functional, but also fresh for the season. Plus, I love incorporating functional decor, especially in the kitchen, because countertop space is valuable real estate, as you know. Using pieces that act functionally, but also decoratively, I think is a really great way to bring in seasonal elements. Recently, my mom sent me a bunch of our family recipe cards. She has so many. She actually has a box full. She said she's going to bring her box so we can go through it when she visits me in June, which I'm really looking forward to. This recipe card is from my great-grandfather. This is his sourdough recipe, and it's just so special because it is in his handwriting. He wrote this according to the date on this card about a month before I was born, which is really cool. So I wanted to keep this front and center in my kitchen, and I just wanted to give it a special place in here, so I decided to frame it and display it on my countertop. I'm also adding a newly purchased cookbook that I found on Amazon. Looking forward to diving into this one soon. I typically keep cookies in these jars out on the counter, but lately I have been making a lot of pasta, so I thought I would just change it up and keep a couple of my favorite pastas in them for now. I made a very exciting purchase recently. Well, exciting for me. I decided to get a new coffee maker for the kitchen. I usually use my pour over or my French press when I'm making coffee for myself in the mornings, but I did want one here that would work with pods because when guests come over and they want a cup of coffee, I just want to be able to make it quickly. But this one works with pods and ground coffee, so I decided to go for it. It is by the brand Ninja. It has a frother attached to the side. I also really like that all the accessories that come with it can be stored right inside the maker. I always think Ninja products are thoughtfully done. I have several of them and there isn't a single one that I don't love, so I have high hopes for this coffee maker. I cannot wait to try it out in the morning. I'll have to let you know how it goes. I love blue and white in a home for summer because I think it is just such a beautiful base for the season. It's so classic. I know a lot of people keep blue and white as their color palette year round, which I also absolutely love, but I just think it's great for summertime because you can really build on this palette, adding in other colors that you may want to use for the season. Like yellow, I've traditionally added lemon decor around my kitchen and my home for many, many years now during the summer. I will be adding some of that in June, so stay tuned. I also love adding in red mid-June and through July because I just love decorating for the 4th. Nothing says summer to me quite like Americana red, white, and blue decor. And having this blue base already started during the month of May, I'm just able to softly and gently add in those other colors to just really bring in the season as it unfolds in my home. That's what I love about seasonal decorating so much. I love the idea of being able to set a tone within your home for the season, just to bring that season to life inside. But what about you? What is your summer color palette in your home? Let me know in the comments below. All right, so that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed decorating with me today. I just appreciate you taking some time out of your day to hang out with me here on YouTube. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you again very soon in the next one. Until I do, take care and happy decorating.